Hi, all. This is Dr. Sage Breslin, and this is Wednesdays, the evening edition. So, I thought I'd talk a little bit about gaslighting and its impacts, given how stressful the season can be for so many people. And it's particularly challenging, I think, for those who are in more unhealthy relationships or in relationships that just don't seem to have their best interest at heart. So, you know, one of the reasons today is a little on the late side for this edition is because today felt a little bit like a marathon, going from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. And, I got to a point where I thought, oh, I really need to get this Wisdom Wednesday video done. Okay, well, first of all, that is not the way I want to address you. I want to be relaxed and comfortable. And I felt stressed when I thought about it. And I thought, okay, what is it that I need to do that will allow me to feel less stressed? And I'm a person who, when I'm productive, I tend to calm down and relax. And there was something, yeah, sure, okay. Pet the dog. There was something that I needed to do. And amazingly, once I got this piece of paperwork done, I felt tremendously better. And I thought to myself, look, part of my self-care is doing things that I can do that make me feel better. And so I just said to myself, okay, I will do the addition at the end of the day instead. And that to me was an amazing self-care. But things weren't always like that. I remember being in an unhealthy relationship, and especially during the holidays, being on the hamster wheel, feeling like everything has to get done, everything has to be just so, and often receiving the feedback, you're not doing enough, you haven't done the right thing, you're not getting enough done, you're not pleasing people. And it was all just a can of BS, but it was the feedback I was receiving. And I bought into it because I was so depleted and I had so little self-care in my life at that time that, the messages just sort of went in without much resistance, unfortunately. So, in thinking about not just gaslighting, because honestly, that term was thrown around for a long time and I had no idea what it meant. And I actually finally saw a video on YouTube of all places. And this guy did a terrific job of really describing what gaslighting was. And the thing that really resonated for me was this notion that a person could say things to me that were so much the antithesis of my truth, and yet I came away feeling worse. I came away feeling like I was in the wrong. I was the bad guy. I was not, I was the problem. Even though my own internal feedback loop was saying, no, that can't quite be right. But, when you're in that kind of relationship long enough, eventually you believe it because it's easier to believe it than to try to resist it, because resistance takes energy. So, the other thing about gaslighting, especially for old soul women who are sort of here to uplift and nurture and fix and heal, is that, when we have that gaslighting in our lives, it does, knock away at our sense of self, our self-esteem, our sense of empowerment, our connection with the divine, all of that. And when our mission is sort of to fix and heal and uplift, and we get this feedback that you're doing it wrong, you're not enough, you're not doing enough, it's as if it flies in the face of everything that we've come here to do. And for many of us, that mission is sort of unspoken and under-recognized and, even unconscious. So I just want to remind you that during this season, self-care is probably more important than any present you buy. Taking the time just to do things that light you up or calm you down, doing things that bring a smile to your face, a sense of joy inside your body. If you find that you're outside of your body, that you can't feel yourself anymore, you need to stop. Stop and breathe, or go outside and ground, or just take a break from all the noise. Because if you can do that, you're going to find your own heartbeat and your own voice and the sound of that internal peace. And then you're doing it right. Then you're in self-care. So maybe it's petting the dog, which is really what makes her happy, but also makes me happy, or whatever it might be. I'm just going to encourage you to, step away from the noise, step into your heart, step into your soul, find that peace. And again, especially during this season, self-care is more important than anything you could possibly gift to someone else or to yourself. And it's probably a gift that works both ways. This is Wisdom Wednesdays, and this is Dr. Sage Breslin and Willow.